Let me, that's fine. And 1 minute guys, just 1 minute. And right, and let me share the screen. Okay, so now what I have to do, what is my next plan of action? I have to install Management Studio to connect to my SQL server, existing SQL server. If you install SSMS, if there is no server, you cannot connect to any instance. Instance means one server. Okay, we have already discussed it, right? One instance means one server, right? So you can install SSMS separately, but if there is no SQL server, okay, you cannot connect to the any server in the Management Studio. How to install SSMS? Okay, I gave you the link to download the SSMS separately. You can download it using that link. I have already downloaded the same link. Okay, what I am going to do is I am going to copy this time, as I have connected using remote desktop. I am going to copy my SSMS. It was already there on my desktop. I'll just copy my SSMS, okay, from my local desktop to the server. Okay, let me copy it. In case I want to install any software, I have to first copy, right? So now I'm copying my SSMS, okay, using right click copy, right click paste, as I just connected to the RDP. If you connected to the RDP, then only you can do right click copy, right click paste. If you are directly connected, it is not possible to do copy paste. Okay, copy is possible, that the paste option will be grayed out, disabled. Okay, so for that, what you have to do is, in case if you are unable to copy the Management Studio, okay, I'll upload this SSMS ISO image, okay, in the website, in the Google Drive. I'll share the link. So simply you have to go to this machine, okay, go to the settings of this machine, like how you have attached that particular SQL server, Windows server. In the same way, go to storage, select this software. SQL server 2017 is already attached. Browse here. Okay, SSMS I can see in my list, as earlier I used it to connect using like this. What you have to do is, once you downloaded the SSMS, you have to choose Oracle virtual disk file, and it is there on my desktop. Okay, double click on it and click OK, so that it will be automatically connect, and you can see the change in the D drive. Okay, let me open my computer. What is the shortcut to open my computer?
Windows key, sir.
Windows E. Okay, so again, in case you want to maintain a separate notes for the shortcuts, please maintain a separate notes for the shortcuts. I am going to discuss a lot of shortcuts, guys. Believe me, some real-time people also, they don't know the shortcuts. Believe me, really, they are not going to use shortcuts. Okay, so they have to attract with your work. Okay, you have to impress them using your shortcuts. So in case you want to use shortcuts, just prepare a separate notes and you can use those shortcuts. Okay, right, and now you can just simply open. Either I can do one thing, once it is copied I can install it, or else what I can do, as I have already attached as a disk file ISO image. Please mute it yourself, please mute yourself, in case if you don't have questions. Right, okay, so what you have to do, simply SSMS is attached as a D drive, right click on it, open it. Now you can see SSMS setup file, right click on it. Okay, what I have to choose here, which option I have to choose now?
Run as administrator.
Very good. Okay, run as administrator. So try to use any application, you have to open run as administrator. It will fix a lot of issues, guys. It will fix a lot of issues. Believe me, you will be stuck somewhere, okay, due to some weird error, a new error and all. But the solution for that error is, you have to open the application with run as administrator. Sometimes even though you browse in the internet, you may not find the solution easily. You have to search a lot of websites. So the simple solution is, you have to simply open the application with run as administrator. Don't think like every error can be, okay, fixed using run as administrator. Most of the errors can be fixed using run as administrator. Okay, option. Installing SSMS is very simple, guys. Okay, just click on install button, that's it. Nothing. It won't ask any option. It won't ask you any settings. Just simply click on the install button. After installation, you have to go for a reboot of the machine. Okay, once you have rebooted, then only it will take effect. Okay, after the installation of this management studio, you have to, okay, you have to, what you have to do, reboot the server. Sometimes interviews will ask. One day I got one question: what is the latest SSMS version you used? What is your answer?
18.0, 18.8.
18.8. Release
Very
18.8.
very good. That's it. Here you can see 18.8. Whatever you work, just tell them. Okay, don't try to get the latest SSMS version. Might be latest SSM version might be 18.9 also is there. We don't know. But whatever you know, this one, sometimes you will be hurry. Okay, what version I have to tell? I know SQL Server versions. Okay, but I don't know the SSMS version. Sometimes what people will do, they will confuse. They will tell SQL 2017 SSMS. Okay, up to SQL 2014 only SSMS is inbuilt software in the software, Windows SQL Server software. From SQL 2016 onwards, it is separated. So there is no SQL SSMS 2017. The version is either 18.0, 18.1, 18.2, 18.3. The latest version, I guess, I am not sure about the whether it is the latest or not. It is 18.8. So you can tell anything like this. Sometimes interview will be very like he will answer all the questions. The guy will answer all the questions. Finally, if they ask what version SSMS you used, then he don't know the answer. That's it. These are looking like a simple things, guys, but it's just a question, okay, that will change your fate. Okay, it's just a small question that will change your fate. So don't ignore these kind of small things. Okay, right, like this is an example. You have to concentrate like these kind of small things. You have to read the white space between my lines. Okay, right, fine, let it be. It is going to install. Okay, right, once we install SQL Server, what will happen in the machine? What will happen in your Windows server? Once you install SQL Server, how to check SSMS version after installing? Okay, a good question, Naresh. I'll tell you how to check the SSMS version after installing. After installation, I'll tell you. Okay, right, fine. So once you install this particular SSMS, okay, you can connect and you can check it, but it's not possible directly. You cannot check it. You have to go to add or remove programs. There you can see the SSMS version. Okay, right, fine. After the installation of SQL Server, what you have to do? What kind of files will be created? What kind of folders will be created? What kind of services will be installed? We'll discuss now. Okay, very important, guys. Once you install the SQL Server, okay, open services.msc. There is a shortcut to check all the services. Open services.msc. You have to open run and you have to type services.msc. In this services.msc, you can see all the particular. See, whenever you install any software, forget about SQL Server. Whenever you install any software, either it is a antivirus software or it's a WhatsApp application or it's a something like Teams application or it's a Zoom application, every application will create a service. Application won't run, guys. It won't run on behalf of that application. Okay, the service will be run in the back end. Each software will have its own services. Each software will have its own services. Now you want to see what and all services will be installed once you install SQL Server. Okay, once you open services.msc, just tap this name. Now you can see, okay, in order. It's not in order, right? It's not in alphabetical order. You can see S first, then W next. Just click on the name so that it will keep you in a alphabetical order. Just select any service, hit yes. Why? Because all the SQL services will be started with the name yes, with the letter yes. Forget about all this. There you can see some services: SQL, 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 SQL. If you see here, how many services are installed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 services are installed. Okay, when you install a SQL Server, believe me, when you install a SQL Server, 6 services will be installed in the Windows machine. For one instance, 6 services. Now, can anyone tell me if I install 2 instances, how many services I'll get?
12 services.
12 services. 12 services. I need answer from everyone.
12 services.
6 1.
6 only. 6 only. 6 only. 6 only. In case if you install second instance also, you'll get only 6. You will be there with the 6 only. Right?
Okay.
Fine. So the answer is wrong. It's not 12. It's not 6.
3, sir.
3. What 3? What is the 3? Just 1 minute, guys. Okay, fine. Right, and 1 minute, guys. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. Just 1 minute. You mentioned the generate phone number, mentioning the relieving letter. Right. Okay, fine. So I'll tell you. Okay. Let me give you the example now. Let me give you the example. Someone send a message to me. Who is that? Sir, please, I wish to request for the recording to this second session. I did not start the beginning. Okay, no problem, Riya. You can just type record. Okay, I'm going to give you the recording permission. Hey, Brian, you are recording, right?
Yes, sir. I just started now.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Right, okay. So that's fine. You can mute yourself. Okay. Let me, what we can do here. This is my local machine or virtual machine. Okay. Yeah, this is. Maybe because in my local machine also I have services.msc. Okay. Services.msc. Yes, that's fine. Now let me go like this. Okay. Again, same example I'll give. Okay. You are staying in a PG. Okay. You are staying in a PG. You brought 3 things with you. Okay. Everyone who is coming to the PG they are getting, these are the three default things, right? One is laptop in case you are working laptop. Second one is mobile phone. Okay. What is the third important thing? Imagine some clothes. Okay, very important. Those are right. These are the three things you are going to get it right from your home. You have three shared features. One, what is that? Washing machine. It's already installed by the PC. Second one is okay, Wi-Fi router. It's already installed by the PC. Third one is okay. What other things will have common in the PC, guys? Washroom.
TV.
Hey,
TV.
TV. Very good. Okay, TV. Excellent. Right. Now one person comes to the PC. How many items will be there in the PC? Total how many
Three
items are
items.
there?
3 items.
Total how many items? Total 6. Two persons came into the PC.
Very difficult.
Two persons.
9.
9. 3 persons.
12.
12.
12.
Why it is not 12 here? Why it is not 12 here?
Shared.
Yes, these three are shared. Okay, so in case if 50 persons came into the same PC, they will get only 50 into 3. Okay, 150 plus 3 shared, right? 150 plus 3, 153 services will be there. I'm not saying 153 services, no one will install 50 instances, but I'm saying the example here is the 3 are in the 6 services. Usually you will get 6 services. In the 6 services, 3 services are shared services. Here it is specific services, and remaining 3 services are shared services. In case if one person is there, 6 will be there. In case if 2 persons are there, 12 will 9 will be there. 3 persons, only these 3 specific services will be installed. So don't think like again one more person joined, he don't buy one another washing machine, another Wi-Fi router, another TV, right? In case if there is a huge load on the PC, then only he will buy the second items. But usually the common scenario is okay, in case if 2 persons, 3 persons came into the PG, the shareable items are not going to be increased. Those are the shareable. Okay, so in the same way, whenever you install SQL Server, okay, you will get 3 services. What are you 3 specific services, 3 shared services? Okay, you can see here 3 specific, 1 2 3, okay, 4 5 6. Let me expand this column. Okay, right, and one something some more. Okay, right. Now tell me, what are the specific features, what are the shared features? In the 6 services, you can see 6 services, right? What are the specific features? How to identify what are the specific features are there, what are the shared features are there? You are staying in a PC. Very good. So same example I'll give. You are staying in a PG. We will have a habit. In the childhood, I used to stay in the PG. I used to write my name on my plate. Right? I used to write my name on my plate and glass. Why? Because I cannot keep it inside my suitcase, right? Every time. I have to keep it in a shared location. But in case if same plates are there, they are going to mix. Okay. So I used to write my name and on my plate, on my glass. Okay. So that it is going to differentiate with others. In the same way, specific will have its own name in the brackets. Okay, you can see MS SQL Server. You can ask why I can see MS SQL Server. I have to see the computer name, right? Why? Because
Okay.
I have installed a default instance. Okay, I have installed a default instance. Why I can see MS SQL Server? I have to see the computer name, right? So remember, guys, whenever you install default instance, at the time of connecting to the server, then only you have to give the computer name. In the services and all, you can see MS SQL Server in the brackets. You can see MS SQL Server in the brackets. Now you can ask, sir, I can see 4 MS SQL servers, sir, 4 specific services are there. From 2017 onwards, this is introduced SQL Server CEIP service. Okay, so 4 specific services and 2 shared services. Up to 2016, 3 specific, 3 shared. You can check it for the older versions. Only for 3 services you can see the name in the brackets. and only for other three services you cannot see the name in the brackets. So on washing machine you cannot see your name. On washing machine, on Wi-Fi router you cannot see your name or the PG owner name. Okay, those are the shared, right? So everyone can use it. They know that those are the shared features. So in the same way, specific will have its own name in the brackets. Shared won't have the name in the brackets. In that way you can identify. For this here, there is no name for browser. There is no name for VSS writer. So those two are shared features. If you can see four features, full text. Guys, can anyone tell me what is the really important service here? Very important service here. Can anyone tell me? Very important service that is.
SQL Server agent.
That's,
SQL
I just
SQL full
select.
text editor.
SQL Server.
I just
SQL server. sir.
very
SQL
good,
server.
very good. Okay, SQL
Daemon
server is
launcher.
the no, Brian. Okay, not daemon launcher. Yeah. Okay, so SQL server. Okay, you cannot see any other extension here for this SQL full text filter, for this SQL server agent, SQL server browser, CAP service. So guys, if your SQL server is not working properly, make sure this service is running or not. If you are unable to connect to your SQL server, okay, if you are unable to connect to your SQL server, this may be a reason. Say for example, one guy is sleeping, okay, you are calling him, he is not responding. Why? Because he is sleeping, he can't respond. Okay, so in the same way, if the service is not running, how can we connect to the server? If this service is running, then only we can connect to the server. If that service is not running, we cannot connect to the server. Make sure if you are getting connection errors, make sure this service is up and running or not. You can see the status as running here. If you don't see any status, it's not running. You cannot see not running. Okay, if there is no status, that means the service is not running. Okay, sometimes you can see the service is stopped. Lot of states will be there. Stopped service. Okay, stopped service, restart service, or else lot of different states will be there. Okay, usually if it is running, it will show as running. If it is stopped, it will show as stopped. Okay, you can see these two states commonly. Okay, fine, right? If it is a default instance, okay, if it is a default instance, what name you can see, guys? What name you can see in the brackets?
Daemon launcher is
Whatever we are mentioning the name in installation.
If it is a default instance, we are not going to mention any name in the installation, right? If you remember or not, for SQL default instance, we are not going to mention any name. For default instance, the name will be pulled automatically. Only for named instance, you have to choose the name. Can anyone tell me at least 2 points about the naming nature of the SQL server? How to put the names for the SQL server named instance or default? No, default instance we cannot put it. For named instance, what are the rules? In case you want to set a instance name, what are the rules? At least 2 rules.
It has 15
I-
characters maximum.
Maximum
Okay,
16
And
characters.
it is not start with the rate of and
very
some
good.
other.
Yeah,
It
that's
start
fine.
with the letter.
Yes, that's fine. Okay, so for default instance, it won't ask the name. Okay, but for the default instance, you can see services as MS SQL server. Only for services you can see MS SQL server, but while connecting, you cannot give MS SQL server. Don't think MS SQL server is its name. For default instance, it will show as MS SQL server in the brackets. If you see MS SQL server in the brackets, that means it is a default instance. So for example, you just installed a named instance. You just installed SQL 2017 with a name of, imagine, with a name of Kalyan. You can give your names also, no issues. You can give your name, you can give your like whatever names you want to give, you can give your names. There is no challenge like we have to give only things names and nothing like that. You can give your name also. So here, if you install an instance of Kalyan, what name I can see in the brackets? You just
MS
installed an
SQL Kalyan.
MS SQL Kalyan. Why like that? Why you are inspired with MS SQL Server? Okay, that's fine. You tried it. I am happy. Okay. Okay, so if you install a named instance, you can see only Kalyan, guys. Okay, you can't see only for default instance. You can see MS SQL Server. Okay, only for default instance you can see MS SQL Server. For named instance, whatever name you are going to give during the installation, either it is a Kalyan, Nandini, Joshi, or Kishore, Sudarshan, whatever name you are going to give during the installation, the same name will be there in the brackets. Okay, you don't see MS SQL Server. Okay, Kalyan, nothing like that. Just Kalyan name will be there. Clear, right? I hope I cleared your doubts on the services. Okay, in case you want to start the, say for example, service is stopped. Whenever you check the services like this, it's not running. How to start it? Right click.
We have right
Start.
click the option and start.
That's it. Very good. You can easily start the services. Just right click, you can start the services. This much easy. Okay, so these are the services that are going to be installed whenever you install a instance. Okay, fine. Let me check the status of this installation. I guess it will be completed. Yes, once it is completed, it will ask for restart, guys. Just restart it. Don't restart your laptop, restart the server. Someone put some dots on my screen. I guess it is Mahant or Mohit.
It's me. How can I remove that?
Okay,
Sorry,
okay. No problem. No problem. Let it be. Okay, let it be. Server is restarted. Okay, let's check. I guess it is completed restarting, or let me check it. Okay. It is still restarting, I guess. It's not allowing me. It's not allowing me to log into the machine. Just wait. I guess it is still restarting. Yes, it was restarted now. Yeah, same IP address. Right. So now what we have to do, we are discussing about the. So now let's see what kind of folders will be created. That is also important. Okay. Now then we'll jump. Now you install software, not only SQL Server, it will create a folder in the C drive. Okay, in the program files, it will create a folder. In the program files, it will create a folder with the software name. Go to program files. There you can see Microsoft SQL Server. This will be created once you install SQL Server. Now my question is, in case if the installation is failed, is this folder is going to be created?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure, Brian?
When we don't type it out loud, we will start that.
I'm not sure. No.
Brian,
It won't create.
who is teaching? Someone is teaching something, right? At your end. Okay, that's
What
fine.
is the question?
So the question is, in case if my installation is failed, can I see this folder?
You will not see it, sir.
The answer is you can see. Okay, right? Why? Because
Okay.
at least for failed reasons, you have to check the failed reasons, right? In which location
Okay.
it is going to create the failed reasons, why the installation is failed and all, where it is going to create the reasons, where it is going to create the dump files. Okay, so for that purpose, in case if the installation is succeeded or failure, it is going to create this folder. Okay, go inside this folder. You can see lot of folders, and you can see this is the main folder, MS SQL 14, MS SQL Server. With this name, can anyone tell me what is my SQL Server version and what type of instance it is?
14.0.
14.0.
That means which version of SQL Server it is?
2017
Very
version,
good.
sir.
2017.
So yes, the answer is sometimes they will ask you, without opening my management studio, how can I check which version is installed in that machine?
In program files.
In program files, you can see, okay, MS SQL 14.MS SQL Server, which means 14 means your SQL Server 2017. MS SQL
Okay.
Server is the name of the default instance. So you can see, if you see MS SQL Server means that is a default instance. If you see some, like we have already discussed, right, Kalyan. If you install a Kalyan 2017 Kalyan, can you tell me what is the folder format of Kalyan instance?
MS SQL 14.Kalyan.
MS
Very good, that's it. MS
Yeah.
SQL 14.Kalyan, that's it. Very good, excellent. And if you see, if you remember, okay, here in my notes, earlier, if you remember, when I open the SQL DBA class notes, there you can see a number 7.070, 8.080. By the time someone asked what is this 70, 80, 90, 100 and all, okay. Those are the folders that are going to be created once you install the SQL Server. So don't think like if you see 80 means SQL Server 2000 is installed. 80 means what? 8.0 means SQL 2000, right? If you see 90, don't imagine SQL Server 2005 is installed. No. For higher versions, whenever you install a higher version, by default you will get these three folders: 80 folder, 90 folder, 110 folder. Okay. So don't see by just looking these folders, don't imagine SQL Server 2000 is installed, SQL Server 2005 is installed, 2012 is installed, nothing like that. Okay. So these are the binary files that are supported in these folders. So that's why you got these folders. The final folder is 140. So in this 140 folder, this belongs to SQL Server 2017. 14.0 means 140, right? So you can see the highest folder. Whatever highest folder you see there, that SQL Server is installed. If you see 150 here, that means SQL Server 2019 is installed. Clear? These are the folders will be created once you install the SQL Server.
Okay.
Fine. Any questions here, guys, please?
Good to
Okay, that's fine. Right. Let's open Management Studio now. We have successfully installed Management Studio, right? How to open Management Studio? Just type Windows button, type SSMS. If you type SSMS, you can get the Management Studio. Earlier, okay, there is a shortcut. you have to type same SSMS in the run SSMS. Okay, you will get this kind of error for SQL 2017 and 19. But for SQL Server 2005 to 2014, you can get SSMS using the shortcut in the run SSMS. So from 2017 onwards, you cannot type SSMS in the run. You have to simply type the SSMS only, but in the search button, you have to type SSMS. Sometimes if you type SSM also, it will open. Sometimes if you type SS also, it will open. So the shortcut is SSMS to open the Management Studio. For SQL Server 2000, there is no Management Studio, guys. Management Studio was introduced from SQL Server 2005 onwards.